Happy Easter, everybody, from the Fuzzy Fixer. Want to hear something cool about the history of Easter and why do we even call it that? Let's delve in. So, Easter, that started around the 2nd century AD during the Christification of the Roman Empire. So, how do you get people to transition from an old god, an old pantheon, to a new god, Jesus Christ, and a new religion? Well, you combine the things that they are used to. So, this is likely a combination of three Roman spring holidays: Lupercalia, which was a time of sacrifice and ritual done by the Luperci priests; Floralia, which happened during April, and that was the time of birth and renewal; and Quintaria, which happened in March, and that was a time to celebrate Minerva, or Minerva, the god of wisdom and war, but we'll exclude that part. So Lupercalia happened around February, Floralia April, and March Quintaria. So now you have a time frame that gives us that springness. Plus, it's a tie-in to the Passover, because again, a lot of Christianity is tied into Passover and Jewish tradition. Now, what about the name Easter? Where does that come from? Well, that's clearly not a Latin name, though, is it? Now, as we know, the Roman Empire was vast and covered many different peoples, and likely this came from the Germanics, who had Ustere or Ostara, which was a spring holiday of their time. It could also be a combination between the Gaelic and Gallic Yastre, which again was a spring equinox kind of holiday. So there we go. Now we got our time frame and our name. What about the things that we do on this holiday? Why lamb? Well, Lupercalia was a time of sacrificing animals. Lamb and goat were the most common during the time to be sacrificed. Plus, with the Passover tradition, the blood of the lamb was put over the door of the Israelites to protect them during the wrath of God against the Pharaoh in Exodus. So now we have our lamb. What about the eggs? Well, eggs are an ancient way of celebrating and symbolizing birth and renewal. Floralia. There we go. Now, what about coming together and listening to gospel and history and our elders and all the sort of knowledge? That comes to Quintaria, or the goddess of Minerva, which was the wisdom goddess. So there we go. Now we have our things and the name and the time frame of Easter and how that all happened. So I hope you guys like this history lesson here. A DIY guy normally doesn't do this kind of stuff, but part of DIY is spreading knowledge and awareness, and that's what I love to do. So let me know if you like this. I want to do more of this kind of videos. Drop your input in the comments below, and like, comment, subscribe for more. I got to get back to work, guys. I'll see y'all next time.